break it in half.
I don't think I've been that good. I'm not like a professional wrestler or nothing.
Oh, we talk about professional wrestling. What, you want to give your back up? I'll smash the chair up against your back.
No.
Exactly. I don't think anybody really want to do that. But I'm just saying, drop kick it. Break it apart like a wishbone.
Could just burn it.
Could. Yeah, I guess.
The last fire we had was kind of a disaster.
Yeah. It was kind of. We should have realized as we were.
It was a little windy.
That the wind was coming up there pretty good.
And it was a little big.
It's like the way that it's set up back there. It's like sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. 'Cause it's like that bowl shape, you know. So sometimes it works if the wind's coming at the right direction, like it blocks the wind. But on the other side, it's just like whoop straight up into the air,
like a fire vortex.
Yeah, causes an upward draft. So then, like all them little fires, the little, you know, the little red ashes that were floating around were just getting shot up in the trees. Not a good idea. Oh snap! Look at you all digital like.
Yeah, I've been taking notes on this.
I like it. Yeah, that's how I do it too.
A nice hat.
Thank you. Yeah.
Everything. All right.
The Pilgrim.
Hi, Pilgrim. And
Hi.
welcome to the Pursuit of Excellence. I'm Frank.
I'm Jimmy.
And Thanksgiving just happened. We just did that thing.
Yep. So that's the hat?
Yes.
Yep.
It's the hat. The only thing I regret is I didn't get any leftover. I went to my aunt's house. She made it. Didn't bring any leftovers back.
Yeah?
Turkey the one day it was great. And then usually I'm like, I'll eat it for the next 2 days, which is great. But not this time. So.
Yeah. Now we used you ever hear of those infrared turkey fryers?
No? Infrared?
Yes.
Like you're scanning turkeys?
It's like a barrel, right? And you've got a pan on the inside, and you use a propane tank, and it heats the circle, which then heats it, and the heat radiates in.
No, I haven't seen that, but okay.
So it's like oilless, you know, supposed to be healthier for you type thing. Turkey comes out good. Like it usually comes out good every year. This year, I don't think we cooked it long enough because the outside, like the outer part meat, was real good.
Yeah.
But as you got closer to the inside, it was real chewy, almost like a rare steak type thing.
Too raw.
Yeah, it was still a little undercooked on the middle part.
I remember my dad smoked a turkey once, and the outside was like completely black.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. Like once you got through that, everything was cooked all the way.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy ways. Have you ever looked online for those? I've seen some crazy ways that people cook some turkeys. I'm sure somebody out there has tried something insane when it talks about, you know, or not necessarily insane, but just crazy. Yeah, like I seen the one where they had a trash can, like a metal trash can, and they put it on like a whole pile of hot coals and stuck their turkey up in there, and it was like sitting in there.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? No, man. I'm sure I could find like a bunch of them on YouTube. No, it's people like legit people.
I got kind of drunk on Thanksgiving, and my favorite cousin was there, Heather, and she likes to, I think she told me she goes to, like, what's it when you go to places to talk about God? Maybe there's a Bible study group she goes to.
Bible study?
Specifically. Anyways, I got kind of drunk, and I was like, oh, let's talk about religion. Like, God's not real. So her and her husband, we started arguing about the existence of God.
Oh, there we go.
Dad was like, no, you're stupid. She's like, I'll pray for you. I'm like, why waste your time? It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It's like doing nothing. Anyways.
Oh, jeez.
I got a little aggressive. Unnecessary. My bad. But the thing that really got them, like, they thought, like, her husband's final thought, well, at least we're not going to hell. Like, he thought, like, that was really the one that just, like, sunk it in, like,
the
in
nail.
your face.
Yeah.
In your face. I'm like, the fucking, no, that's not like your final answer because that's not an actual place. Like, it's not a real thing.
Me and a guy at work have
not a real
we've
thing.
been on a long-standing conversation about religion because I find it curious. You know, there's a lot of things that are interesting about it, but yeah, like we brought it up. He brought it up in conversation the one time, like, you know. Well, I'll pray for you. Hopefully, you know, at least I know that I'm not going to hell. And I'm like, well, you have to believe that hell exists in order to be fearful of going there. But if it doesn't exist in your mind, then it's not an actual realistic punishment or something you're afraid of.
Like someone would be like, you believe in God, right? I'm like, no. Like, oh, well, you believe in the devil, right, Frank? I mean, I see how you dress. Like, no, you don't understand. They're part of the same club, so no.
Right. That was the other thing. Like, the argument there was the one time I was like, honestly, like if something horrific happened or I was to see the devil, then that would be like the exact point in time where I'd be like, I believe in God. Like, at the same time. If I was to see the devil, I would then know God exists. Because you can't have one without the other. They're in the same...
Right. Or you would realize that you're just on some sort of psychic type.
Well, that's the other thing.
And it was the only way your mind could comprehend what exactly you were looking at.
Well, that's the other thing. Is it's like, okay, like...
Just when, like, there's alien encounters,
the proof.
People most likely were having sleep apnea?
Okay.
Sleep paralysis.
Okay.
Where you wake up but you can't move your body.
Yeah, I've had that.
And the only way they interpret that, some of them are just like, no, I was abducted by aliens. They were fucking aliens operating on me. I was like, no, that's not what happened. That was just the best way your brain could interpret it because you didn't know what the fuck was actually going on. But I've had sleep paralysis myself too. Where I wake up and then you can't move, or like I'm still like half a dream, half asleep. It's like weird as fuck.
Oh, I've had it too, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had it. Like, you can hear everything around you. I mean, I've had it the one time where I could see. Like, I felt, or, at least I thought I could see. But I was like a dream state see, almost like what do they call it when you can control your dreams?
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming, yeah. Almost like a lucid dream type thing. Like, I could see things. I heard people knocking on the door. Like I could almost visualize who was there type thing. Yeah. But anyway, like the whole thing about God. Okay. The whole thing about God, that to me it was like, okay, so how to prove that God is there, all right? Like, if I suddenly started hearing voices in my head telling me to do things, I think I'm crazy. If I saw something come down from, heaven and I was the only person to see it, if I saw something come down from the sky in a bright light, I would think that I went crazy. I'd be checking myself in to get checked about, like, mental illness. Like, how exactly, or if there was a God, how exactly would he contact me?
You would think of a more rational explanation, like maybe it was something that fell out of the sky, like a...
Right, but, like, how exactly could... Well, we've been talking about, like, the different stories they have in the Bible, and I don't know much about them, but, like, a guy got blinded by a bright light and a person who told him to do certain things, and then he stopped massacring the Christians and became one, And I was like... If I was that guy and I saw something that blinded me, I got to question, did that happen, or am I dreaming? And if I went blind for 3 days from something very bright, did I see a comet, or did I see something?
Don't stare at the sun.
Right, but I don't, what I'm saying? Like, how exactly would, if there was a God, if you're going to go to that hypothetical, if there was a God, how exactly would you know he exists without thinking in the same terminology that you're crazy?
I've been watching a lot of videos on astrology. Astrology. Astrology.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
That was a different video. That was on Pornhub.
Oh, okay.
Astrology. Right, with space and stuff, and the Big Bang, the beginning of creation.
Right, yes.
And so there was no, like, real meaning or purpose. And there's a... the universe don't give a fuck about us.
Another interesting theory about this whole thing is like creationism versus evolutionism, and you take that all the way back to the Big Bang Theory. And one of the statements that has been stated to me is like, well, somebody had to create everything, and I'm like, okay, but then if something created us, then who created that? There can't just be a random beginning. But if there is a random beginning, well, then you're also accepting like the Big Bang Theory. So just something randomly collided together, which then formed this whole chain, which then eventually got us to where we are. And, the argument over, like, well, there has to be intelligent design, like, I mean, not necessarily, because think of how many different offset species of us died off before we became who we are. The Homo erectus, the Homo habilis.
There was 5 extinctions.
Right.
Like the dinosaurs and different things. We talked about before, you mentioned before, where oxygen actually caused an extinction itself.
Yes.
There was 5 different extinctions. Anyways, I can't remember all of them, but there was like basic biology, then like some of the dinosaurs, and then some other stuff. It happened a bunch of times before we came along. And yeah, I adopt the Big Bang Theory as like the beginning or whatever, close enough.
Well, and see, to me, I actually don't accept the Big Bang Theory as the beginning of everything. I just accept it as the beginning of our solar system, our universe, what we know.
Okay.
But I mean, think about it. If there's a plane the size of this table, and all we're seeing is this little square here, you know what I'm saying? So we're living on this little dot here, and this whole square is our universe, or our solar system. The Big Bang Theory could have occurred right here.
Right. Just
in all of this, but somewhere else there was another Big Bang, or something else that had occurred way before that.
Right. There's so much space that we can't even really comprehend. Now, the one thing I wanted to get at was that we are just free. We're condemned to be free, which I think I've mentioned this a couple times.
Yes, we've had this conversation.
And there is a cosmic indifference, is what's going on. the universe doesn't give a fuck about us at all. Like, it can wipe us out, but it's not even going to care. It's not going to look in on us. But, there's a cosmic indifference. Every time you think that you're at your worst, and you're like, everyone's going to watch and see or whatever. But they're not. No one really even cares that much, even when you're at your absolute worst. There is a painting that best represents this, and it's called The Fall of Icarus.
Okay.
Now, this is an old painting. I don't know.
Maybe
It's part of the Renaissance or something. I don't know. But basically, it's the painting of going on in Rome or something. There's a guy walking his donkey or whatever. There's ships in the background. There's all sorts of stuff going on in the city. Yes. See all the stuff going on around it?
Oh.
See that guy is walking his donkey
Yes.
into the woods. There's cities. There's sailboats.
Yes.
There's cities. Now, it's called The Fall of Icarus. And you're like, wait, I don't understand. Is that Icarus? Is he over there? But really, he's right here in this corner. That's him right there.
Right. He's drowning.
He's drowning.
Yeah.
And nobody cares. The universe doesn't care. Even when he's at his absolute worst, when he thought everyone would be focusing on him, nobody's focusing on him. Because you're the only center of your universe. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Even
Yes, it
when you
does.
think everyone's going to focus.
See, okay, so what you're saying, you're the only center of the universe, and the way that I look at it, the way that I perceive things, is that I am the main character of my story.
Exactly.
So therefore, I make my own story as I go along, and I adjust things the way that I want it to. You can't come into my life and make changes to my life without me allowing it to a degree.
I mean, something like that, yeah.
Well, to a degree, because I mean, okay, so if you could come into my life full bar with a car and crash into me, and that's obviously going to make an impact on my life, but it's what I choose to do after that paints your side character in my main story. So you could hit me and then have a hit and run, for example, and I'd never know you. Ow. See, the way that I choose to interpret this makes the difference. Imagine how different it would have been if I would have punched you in the face, and then you would have punched me in the face for punching you in the face, and then it would have been really?
It's like a chain reaction.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. But I didn't choose to do that. So therefore, I've painted you as a what a dick moment there.
Sure.
It's interesting. Anyway.
You guys did charcoal mask the other day.
Yes, I'm actually going to try it again.
Again?
Not the whole face, just the nose, because apparently I have these blackheads. I don't know what they're talking about.
Everyone has them, actually. I was looking at videos and stuff that said that to stop doing that, it's bad for you. That the glue is actually ripping off a layer of your skin. You don't want to keep doing that. That is not good for you. And it's also taking off little hairs. There's little tiny shivers, tiny I don't know what they're called, hairs that you don't want to keep ripping off.
Well, see, this is definitely not going to be. This is definitely not going to be one of those things where I'm going to repeat it. I already bought this stuff that we have extra. I'm going to do it with the nose just to see if it makes a difference because I didn't see much of a difference the first time. But here's the thing: I've done nothing to this face. I've tried no face scrubs, no masks, no nothing. I rarely ever get anything, acne-wise. So for me to start messing around with these things, the charcoal masks and stuff, I'm almost afraid I'm going to disrupt my own skin's natural whatever. And then I'm going to start making it break out worse or something.
Natural oils and stuff on your skin. You're supposed to.
Right. And so I see all those people my wife puts the face scrub on all the time when she's in the shower. And I'm like, to me, I think that's making it worse. But I mean, I also understand there are people out there that have acne that's constantly coming out all the time. And for them, I don't know, maybe they need to do that on a regular basis.
Yeah, I know.
But for those that don't have it that bad, why make it worse?
I can't even shave on a regular basis. And I have to shave my mustache. Well, I trimmed it a bit, but I actually got it caught in my Red Bull can the past couple of days.
Oh, snap.
In this little corner.
Yeah.
And then ripped out. I was driving and it was like, what the? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Have you seen Reds?
Jesus, yes. I don't know how he lives.
He
rolls
rolls it in.
It's too much.
It rolls up in there.
Too
it's
much
awesome.
mustache. I can't. I got it. I got it. No, I'm gonna trim this weekend. It's gonna be super.
Well,
short.
they got different stages there. You don't like yours to be a cookie duster. It's got to be above the lip line.
Totally got to be above.
Yeah.
Even when it was longer, I remember I did let it go longer, and I'd eat sandwiches, and I'd end up biting it. I'm like, no, this has got to go.
Yeah. I don't know. My facial hair comes in all Joe Dirt patchy it never comes in all accurate. I'm sure if I let it grow for a while, eventually I'd get, some actual length to it to a degree, but
Yeah. I mean, how good is my beard even?
Terrible.
Is it even that good? Like, I look at it and half the time I'm thinking, you know what, this is really consistent to what my pubic hair looks like. Like, my hair is like kind
Have you seen Travis?
more flowy, and this is just kinda like,
Travis's beard is like full, but I think he really like he grooms the crap out of that. Like he uses stuff to make his hair grow the way that it needs to.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you don't use anything,
do
right?
shit.
You just let it go. You just let it go the way that it's supposed to go. So yours is going to look obviously different than his because he's like constantly thinning it out, you know, making it straight, trimming it down.
I brush it every day, but like that's just a thing you have to do. It's
Your
just,
facial
you know,
hair is kind of like a bush
it's
that
like
you've
a
let
bush.
just grow. Versus Travis's, where he's like the, you know, I'm gonna trim the crap out of this and make it perfectly looking.
I trim it like once every 2 to 3 weeks. Just a little trim so it's not too like fucking ratchety homeless person. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it all depends on what you're looking
Just
for.
throw
I mean,
it
if
in.
you're good with that, then you're good with it.
Still a bit of a, if I'm good with it, so you don't like it.
If you're good with it, you're good with it. I'd see you're taking the statement the wrong way. I don't care what you have on your face. you want it to be long? Have it long. You want to shave it off and see the reaction of people? They'll be like, "Holy crap, Frank! What happened to you?" You know, like it's a part of who you are now.
Okay.
You shave it off tomorrow, though, you might look like you're like 15.
I might.
You know, and then it's like, if you don't want to do that, then don't do it.
I was thinking about getting healthier. I haven't drank in like 4 days, which is kind of a record for me.
Let's take a minute to acknowledge that. Okay.
Okay. Now let's drink. I will drink tomorrow. But, and then I was like, so I've had a lot of time to think. Like, I go to work and get off work, and then I'm like, there's still like another 6 hours, and I'm just like, holy shit, there's still a lot of time to do stuff.
Yeah.
What have I been doing before? Nothing. I go home, I wait, and then I drink until I pass out.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of time in the day that I can accomplish other things. But I don't. But then I was thinking, like, I stopped drinking, like, oh, maybe I'll do other healthy stuff. So then I was looking into yoga. Like, I could do some yoga
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right? But about as far as I got was just looking at girls doing yoga, which is pretty hot.
I think you went down the wrong path.
Dude, yoga's amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get healthy too. The problem is you're trying to change a pattern that you've had for a long time. So, I mean, stick on it, do it, but keep doing
I
it.
can't. Look at these legs. Look at that.
Yep. All right.
Look at
Yep.
their bodies.
Mhm.
Look how flexible, right? Flexible chicks are hot. So hot. So flexy.
I think you've gotten lost in the actual getting healthy part, and now you're
Just like-
another habit of yours take over.
Damn.
How many pictures do you got? Holy crap!
It's Pinterest. They're not mine. I
Oh,
just
okay,
find them
alright.
and just put them. I just pin them on my thing.
All right.
It's
all
like a
right.
separate.
I don't use a lot of that stuff.
Whatever. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention about was fucking Christmas is coming up, and Christmas decorations. My goddamn mom has like 1 billion fucking snowmen that she's putting up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like too many.
I've seen your house decked out. Yes.
I know.
Some people are like it. Some people are in that. You drive past that house down the way here on 20. It's like fully loaded with Christmas lights.
I might have. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you don't even have to be paying attention, all right? It literally attracts your
I
eyes.
wouldn't buy. I wouldn't
You're
buy
driving, and it's like, it's just before Walmart. A little bit ahead on the, but it's blinding. Like they have so many lights up that it's almost blinding. Maybe it was a little light out still?
Yeah.
See, maybe that's what it was. At night, like when I'm driving to work, it's dark. And when I'm getting off of work and coming home, it's dark. So for me, like that's like a lighthouse, and I'm on the ocean. Like I can see it miles away coming up, and I'm like, man, they got some lights. Their electric bill's got to be insane. Yeah, but some people are into it. I mean, it's cool. It looks nice. Their house is all like, Christmased out.
But you should see her when she's starting to put everything up. And she's carrying boxes and moving stuff. She's getting pissed. She's swearing. She's breaking things.
Yeah.
Like, God, Mom, you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah.
And then
My grandma.
Then people come over and they're all like, oh, it's so nice. Just like, yeah, it's no big deal. I'm like, you should have seen her when she was putting this stuff on.
Yeah. My grandma, granted, she's got like 40 years worth of Christmas stuff, but she's got 12 big totes full of Christmas stuff, right? But she now lives in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that's real small, and she's still got the stuff, like she's got enough stuff to probably deck out my house, and a lot, and don't get me wrong, like 40 years worth of like sentimental value things that you want to keep putting up type thing, but she got 12 boxes. There was actually one time where she had so many boxes that she had her bed on top of it because she had nowhere else to put it, because she had no room. And it was like, all right, Grandma, we got to put this up in the attic, or something. Like, you can't just be laying on top of this. But it's like, man, people collect so much Christmas stuff. And I think your mom's kind of the same way. Because I bet you every year she probably buys something new, too.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it's okay because I'm replacing the blah, blah, blah that I broke. But it's like, yeah, but you're buying like 3-to-1 ratio there. You're buying more.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yes. Nope, I'm wearing my pilgrim hat. It's pressing on my head. It like suctions.
Well, that's it. That's everything.
All right, yeah, thanks for watching.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.